Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a watch launched as you see it here in 2015, but we really need to go back to the beginning. This is the Vacheron Constantin Malte small seconds, and it is a tribute to the very first Vacheron tonneau watch made in 1912, the year the Titanic sank. Well, the Malte collection arrived in 2000. Initially, it had a variety of case shapes. In 2008, it became a collection of tonneau-shaped watches, and in 2012, this 100th anniversary piece debuted to mark a century of Vacheron tonneau cases. Well, not quite. The specific version you see in white gold with a slate dial, that bowed in 2015. So this is 2015 to present. That's what you're looking at in white gold. It's 36.7 millimeters from side to side, not inclusive of the crown. It's 9.5 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, it's 47.6 millimeters with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. On my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, don't be deceived by the diameter rating. Although it is 36.7 millimeters across, consider this as more of a 41 millimeter round watch if you want a sense of how it wears. I could wear it on a slightly smaller wrist than my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, and you could see down the barrel that the lugs are not over the edge. I think a 15 centimeter circumference wrist would be the smallest that could wear this watch. You will note that being quite thin, it slides easily under a dress cuff, as a Vacheron dress watch should. Here we have medium rectangular scale alligator leather, slate gray matte finish. We have here a set of sheer cut sides showing the layers of leather, a monotone stitch, a brand new Vacheron strap. You can see on both sides it features alligator leather, small round scale on the bottom, medium rectangular on the top. The purpose of having gator on both sides, you see this more and more on the best watch brands. It creates a more expensive but also much longer lasting strap befitting a watch of this stature. We have a white gold pin buckle right here with the Vacheron Maltese cross logo. You can also see it on the dial as well as on the crown, and you can see it on the case back. So, thoughts about this gold. This is gray gold. Gray gold is an 18-karat white gold that is white all the way through. It's not plated, and it never needs to be rhodium plated. It's a little bit warmer in appearance than a rhodium plated white gold, but it's also the higher quality stuff. It's used by Vacheron, JLC, Grubel, Rolex, Patek. Wherever better white gold is used, gray gold is generally that gold. We have integrated lug profiles, and they are actually quite thin when viewed end on. So while sheer in profile, they're skinny when you view them lug on. Taking a look at the bezel, you can see it is a separate bezel structure, but it matches the profile of the tonneau, and everything is symmetrical. The outer bezel matches the shape of the inner bezel, matches the shape of the sapphire, matches the shape of the dial. Now, this kind of sapphire that's curved across its top and non-round is very difficult to fit precisely and still bless the watch with a standard 30-meter water resistance rating. So a little bit of artistry went into fitting this, and the watch is 30 meters water resistant. We have a sharp knurling that's a pleasure to grip. A good manual wind caliber should be a pleasure to wind and set, and this one really is. Taking a quick look at the dial, the slate dial is what was new in the Malte small second collection for 2015. So it's a matte slate base. We have white gold individual hour indices as well as bi-Roman numerals and Vacheron logo. We have white gold half-frosted alpha hands, the half-frosting allowing them to contrast better with the dial base, a sunken sub-second with its own alpha hand, and then a concentric pattern within. On the reverse side, you can see Geneva hallmark is not just a standard of movement finish, not anymore, not since about mid-2012. So today, it's on the movement. You may not be able to see it because it's under the overhang, but it is on the movement, but it's also on the case, as this is now a standard for the full watch. This movement debuted in 2008 on the Vacheron American 1921 revival. It's a handsome in-house caliber that's actually round. The case back is shaped, but the movement is round. It's a manual wind with a single barrel, a 65-hour power reserve, 21 pivot jewels, a 5-position high horology style adjustment, 4 hertz beat rate. The only feature this watch really doesn't have is that this is not a hacking movement. Other than that, this thing is stacked. You can see the finish is outstanding with Côte de Genève laid down by abrasive wheel, not stamped. We have broad mirrored bevels, and you can see we have a couple of inward angles where bevels meet in a sharp inward crease. Very difficult to do. All screw heads, as well as the stud holder and the regulator, black polished to a mirrored shine, typically with diamond paste or a zinc plate. We have satination on the wheels, and if you look at the barrel cover, you can see it has been solarized. We have beveling inside all of the jewel and screw sinks, which is lovely attention to detail, as well as several different sizes of perlage or engine turning on the base plate. Take a quick look at the crown wheel core, and you can see it has a lovely off-centered solarization. A beautifully decorated movement. And I mentioned 5-position adjustment before. 5 positions is the standard for a chronometer or a high horology watch, and it's exactly what you'd hope to see on a watch like this. So this timepiece, versatile, pretty much a watch you could wear all the time, since with a dark dial and a white metal case, you don't need to dress in formal attire to wear this watch. Just about the only time you want to trade for a Vacheron overseas is when you need to get wet. All other times, consider this your constant companion. And again, a way above average 65-hour manual wind power reserve. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.